Hey there, folks. How you doing? Jeff C. here again on Friday, January the 9th. And this high stakes. I mean, what's going on in Paris is it's quite epic. You know, it's really something, and we should all be very concerned. Um, these psyops are just getting to a whole new level, and so there's a big kerfuffle, big shootout today. The latest here: French police kill gunmen in twin standoffs, free 16 hostages. And Paris now is getting a taste of what Boston and Ottawa and Sydney and far too many other cities have been tasting, which is this sort of police state that's coming in. And of course, the accompanying psyops, the hoaxes that they're carrying out. Of course, the hoax usually comes first, and the police state is right there all of a sudden. And people, of course, are happy. They're holding up the Je suis Charlie things, right? So we got some of the images here of this off. This is off the Chicago Tribune here. I want to thank folks on Hoax Central who are doing a great job breaking this whole thing down. As you see, I was trying to find some video. Haven't come across a video yet, but you can see they had a whole apartment complex here that they were helicopters, the whole deal, right? And it's a scary state when this is what your neighborhood, your city is going to look like more and more as it seems apparent, right? And you might just be out and about, not watching TV, not knowing what the hell is going on. Next thing you know, you're running into the cops who are heavily armed and wearing body armor and helmets and everything and screaming at you, right? And Je suis Charlie. And we got Muslims here that are praying. And I imagine the Muslims are going to feel the heat from the French, from the ethnic French, right? And as we saw with the Sydney siege hoax, they had the slogan, which was "I'll ride with you." They always have slogans right away, right? That's how it works, these things. And the slogan, of course, was, as John from the Australian Roundtable informed us, was made up by a hardcore sort of racist, anti-white Muslim in Australia, right? So we got all this going on. Paris is getting their taste of the New World Order in a big way, right? And I think these must be some of the hostages that these obviously are the two guys that the brothers that they've been pushing as the culprits. You know, guys in helicopters. It's the whole works here, folks. I mean, this is scary stuff. It really is right out of the movies. I'm feeling for Parisians. I hope that they are smart enough to question everything that's going on. I mean, one of their police chiefs mysteriously committed suicide. Did he know something? Right? We know that the whole shooting outside was 100% staged. The shooting of the police officer, there's no way. The police officer was shot in the head. There's no way. So if that's fake, what does that mean, folks? Well, it means the whole thing is fake, right? And the whole thing is a giant psyop. And maybe people died. It doesn't mean that people didn't die. You know, false flags, people die, unfortunately. So I'd like to see footage of this actual raid, you know, to see, oh my God, and you see this, Je suis Charlie. I don't know how big this thing is here. Imagine it's a billboard, a big, you know, electronic billboard, as you can see right downtown in the financial district. I guess that's Paris, this financial area of Paris, right? And how they use the pens and crayons. Of course, I've shown this many times with Sandy Hook, how they use this. This is a staged photo here. This is made to have maximum impact. They're supposed to trigger, of course, with the pens, the memory of those people that allegedly died, which I don't believe has happened at all the way that they've reported it, because we've seen them, and you can see all the people here. I think everybody's got a Je suis Charlie thing, you know. Yeah, look at that, right? And they had these printed up instantly. I mean, people had them that afternoon, And the slogan is just like Ottawa Strong, or, you know, I'll ride with you in Sydney, or, you know, what would Dawn do, or all these different, you know, Stay Strong, Cassidy Stay, Boston Strong. They have the slogans and the t-shirts already printed in advance, and that's why they get them out so quickly, folks. And that's why everybody that watches television is under terrible mind control. I mean, and that's the problem. I mean, it's right across the world, this mind control. It's quite a problem, dude. I mean, you know, people just turn off their televisions. Well, then they would have police running around the streets and they wouldn't know what the hell is going on, right? And that's the kind of conundrum that we're in, because the X, of course, Je suis Charlie, and people becoming patriotic, painting their faces, crying in public spaces. Not afraid, I already broke this down the other day, how, you know, they're using English downtown Paris. Why would they say not afraid? Why wouldn't they use English? Well, I mean, why would they use English? It doesn't make any sense, right? So, Tree of Freedom, not afraid, Je suis Charlie, Charlie Hebdo n'est pas mort, Charlie Hebdo is not dead, Liberté de crayons et esprit, freedom of crayons and spirits, right? You know, it's a whole lot of propaganda that's going to come out of this. And I lost that last photo here. This is one we analyzed the other night there. And look at this, look at this, look at the production that goes into this. These are, I imagine, the people that died, and their eyes and their faces, and that's all ready. That's all, you know, probably the night of the actual shooting. And nobody questions any of this, right? They don't question how is it that they have the slogan already. And what is Je suis Charlie anyways? I mean, these guys were a bunch of clowns that were making fun of Muslims, essentially. I mean, yeah, maybe, you know, you could say, oh, it's democracy, it's freedom of expression. Well, where's the freedom of expression on Google, right? Or on the internet, Vimeo or Dailymotion or any of these places, Facebook, forget about it. Twitter, they'll shut you down if you go against the norm or you question what they're doing. Des morts pour des dessins, people died for drawings, right? And as I said, the patriotism, the just the propaganda. And I really hate to say it, folks, but it's the same everywhere. I mean, we saw the same song and dance in Ottawa. We saw the same song and dance in Australia. Of course, we saw it at Boston Strong, USA, USA, right? And Sandy Hook and everywhere else. This is what's going on. People are being programmed in the worst of ways. Je suis Charlie. This could be Sandy Hook. You could just replace that with I am, you know, what's his name there? One of the victims there at Sandy Hook, right? Jesse Lewis or something, right? It's Je suis Charlie, right? And it's very sad to see this. So, you know, that's the latest, that there's been a massive shootout and 3 of them are dead with explosions, gunfire. Security forces ended a 3-day terror rampage around Paris, killing 2 of the Al-Qaeda-linked, Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda, you know, Al-ISIS, Al-IS, Al-ISIL. It doesn't matter. They're all going to put them together, folks, and that big false flag is going to come. And the people will be screaming to react and have boots on the ground in places like Syria and Iraq, right? Iran. So killing the 2 Al-Qaeda-linked brothers who staged a murderous rampage at a satirical newspaper, and an associate who seized a kosher supermarket to try to help them. It was the worst terror spree France has seen in decades. At least 7 people were killed Friday, the 3 terrorists and at least 4 hostages. 2 days after 12 people were massacred in the attack. 16 hostages were freed Friday, 1 of them from a printing plant and 15 from a grocery store. It's so crazy. It is just so crazy, folks. So I'm going to look more into this and see what kind of video and stuff I can pull up. I'll probably have to put it on Zeekly, right, because they'll just come after me and shut me down. I mean, if they're killing police commissioners, which is probably the case, right, with the police chief there that apparently committed suicide after investigating it. The stakes are high, right, and the people need to wake up to what's going on. I mean, the French, you need to understand that you're being terribly manipulated, okay? you need to understand that this may not be at all what they're claiming it is, and it could be very much an attack on your freedoms, and attack on the French people who've been supporting Palestine against the state of Israel, right? And I can't even say anything against Israel because they take down my videos. I can't say a damn thing. I mean, they're censoring everything that we do. So anyways, folks, I'll leave it at that for now. I don't want to go over my 15 minutes. Please leave your comments below. If you got any more information, of course, leave it in the comments, and check out Hoax Central. Thank you.